Alo, ste tu? Ima li koga živo? Ljudi? Alo? Alo? Jesmo spremni? Je li izašla epizoda? Ja nisam ne vidio. Ma ne pratim, tu mi je bio, beba mi tu bila pa sam se s njim. Izašla, a? 28 minuta. Nice. A gledam tu na TV-u, brate, ali hoću da gledam i game. Šta gledamo? EWC YouTube, brate. Vidimo EWC YouTube. Ja nisam ni dodao, brate, ovaj moj stream ovdje. Šta ne boli kurac? Nego gde je, bre, YouTube...
In terms of their communication, and even when they've blown teams out at this tournament so far, they haven't let off the gas. You know, they're not like kind of letting go and letting everyone go wild and just run people over. Everything is still kind of being done as a team and trading. So this Vitality team feels like they have a different attitude coming into this one, where they're ready to prove everyone who's kind of concerned about these last two losses and say, guys, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all.
Well, this matchup matters a whole lot, not just to the team specifically, but to the club at the whole. If they win here, they secure an extra $1 million by locking Team Vitality into second place in the Esports World Cup club standings, and that is a whole lot of baked beans for Mezzi.
That is a lot of baked beans. That on top of that, you also guarantee yourself 230,000 at the EWC counter.
Baked beans for Mezzi.
Specifically, right? So one would argue it's a $1.2 million game here for Vitality at the very least. I don't think
Predikcija za danas čega, Mihajlo?
The Counter-Strike camp, they want to win trophies. They want to get back on track straight away, win another tournament, and if they can win 1.2 million in the process, that's just...
Misliš za ove dva gema?
Here's a nice little moment. Zaiwu and G exchanging jerseys after maybe some colorful exchanges between their fans on Twitter.
A nice moment after a crappy moment, but yeah, obviously the players tons of respect with each other. G and Zaiwu both just having a friendly moment.
I will say as well,
Vitality
he wanted to do that before whatever happened on Twitter. He loves a jersey swap and he loves the top opper.
He's got a ton of respect for a lot of the great players that we have in Counter-Strike.
I mean, there's a reason he gave an interview before the game saying that he was going to do colorful things to his team. Colorful things. We'll leave it at that. Now, to find out from the other side, we've got Mizinho with one James Banks.
Ha, mislim vredi, da, svakako 1.33 je baš jadna kvota, brate, nisu ovi baš toliki bednici. Ako hoćeš da Falcons jedino što vredi je da opališ 2-1, brate, 2-1, 2-0 na Falcons, ako ćeš baš ono.
Prepare and how you try and think, what should we change, what should we do this time, because you two in Vitality Mongols, you know each other so well.
Yeah, like after we lost them 9 times in a row, the 10th time we just talk about our rounds very detail like
that was a lot of rounds to talk about. Yeah, I'm watching the Premier League on my TV on the left, but my TV is like, for some reason it's not working properly, the thingy, so I had to put it on the application that you can buy here, and you know. Ne da ne volim Falcons, nego me pitao čovjek šta mislim koga ću da pobedi. Koga ću da pobedi, ko će da pobedi? Šta priča?
It's like gives us a very confidence, like we just lost against
it gives us very confidence.
After that we finally beat them once, so it's like we're breaking our, what is this called?
Oh, the chains.
Yeah, so maybe that's it.
And do you think you guys as a team now have better mentality to fight them?
Yeah, better mentality that we can do it once, why not twice? Yeah. After time, yeah, we just get more confidence. Yeah.
Brilliant. Now, Mara, he's the one coaching you through all of this. He's seen it all. He's done it all. What did he tell you before this game?
for this game.
Su Galacticos osvojili nešto u pičku, kad se setimo svi premijer ovih La Ligi.
Same as we talk about very detailed rounds. Yeah.
That's it. The man with the master plan. Let's see what happens between Vitality and the Mongols. They certainly seem to.
Evo ga, brate, Banks, borac za ljudska prava.
Nobody beats the Mongols 10 times in a row, as Blitz so aptly put it on Instagram. He also had some other words.
Ko je, brate, na areni?
Do they beat them 11 out of 10 time, or 10 out of 11 rounds?
There we go.
There we
Nice.
go. I got there.
We got there. I don't know. Mizzino went all the way back to 2024. I stopped in 2025 when I was doing my prep. Yeah, six series wins for Vitality this year so far against Mongols, except for that last one. Dude, I think what's interesting in the kind of, I guess...
Svojili vodu Hunskoj, bukvalno. Đorđe Pantić ih, brate, ono, nadmudrio. Naš Galacticos. Da li može da se pecne 2-0 ovdje, brate, Vitality? Koliko je, 2-10? Ja mislim da je to realna priča. I završilo se kurčevo, brate. Ne verujem da ću da budem caster, možda ću samo da radim ovaj host stream. Čekaj da probam da im da li ovo radi, brate, ovo što sam teo da... Znači, ako prebacim sad ovako i ovako i kažemo live,
doing a good job, and I think as an in-game leader as well, sometimes you call better when you play better. You know, that's just the way it is.
kažemo live
A million times as well, you feel a little bit more comfortable in your calls, and maybe you're willing to take more risks as well. So
i
hopefully that's
Counter-Strike.
It's just which one begets which
Ovdje.
one, you know? Is it the leading going well that makes you play better individually, or is it the
Minus
individual playing against the
1,5,
leading going well?
2,26.
and chicken or whatever.
Yeah,
Right? It's something like
Yeah,
that. But
that's-
I will say I'm also not sure whether it's a good thing, you know, per se, because I agree with you, Jason. If you want to beat the Vitality, right, you need your
I
star
sad
players
ovo,
to show
pa
up.
se
You need your
vratimo
stars
na
to show up
ovo,
every
jel
single
tako? I onda bi
they
trebalo da
need to
vratimo.
show up. And for Blitz to be the second highest rated player, I think that's good when you want to get to the semifinal, but if you want to get into a final, if you want to win a tournament, then it has to be Senso, it has to be 9-10.
Well, and last time it took a miracle crouch as well to get it over the line, right? Like, that was the difference at the end of the day.
timing crouch.
We could be telling an entirely different story.
A
if he
možda,
hadn't
možda i
decided to
neko
crouch
zna.
in that exact moment.
Yeah, I mean, that's also respect to the Mongols, right? I think as much as we want to portray this game as Vitality being the favorites, the Mongols are playing Counter-Strike at a very high level, Jason. It's not going to be an easy game by no stretch of the
Pozdrav
imagination.
svima,
No,
koliko
it's
vas
not.
ima.
We're gonna have the vetoes here. Train taken out is consistent. Ancient should be coming next from Vitality. This is one of the kind of, I don't know, it's in some ways it's one of the more boring. Mirage and Inferno have been pretty much mainstays throughout these veto
Nisu,
crossover.
nisu se svoji moji izgubili, brate. Sve su radili.
And smashed
3-11 gubili.
They actually picked Nuke for the first 4 series of this year, and then as soon as Mongols beat them, they switched it up. So I'm interested now that Mongols won a series if they go somewhere unusual with this pick, and they do go back to that
Pozdrav
+2.
Nikola,
You know, yeah, you're right. It's best that we've seen these two teams play.
da
a
ne
lot
kažem
this
Johnny.
year. I was hoping and wishing. And
Yes,
I was
gledao
hoping
sam
maybe that
Tottenham.
Vitality would pick Overpass, you know, and spice it up a little bit. with
Vitality
something
pick
closer.
Mirage, Mongols pick Dat 2.
Exactly. And this time around, the Mongols are not even willing to play it as a
A ne,
so that's also quite
Mongols
Maybe
pick
the middle
Mirage.
ground. Oh, okay.
I nešto mi čudno, brate, šta je ovo?
We've seen them play this quite a lot in the 8-match streak.
I don't necessarily want to say that Mongols have to win Mirage on this, but I mean the evidence of
Oh, well then.
Vitality
Yeah,
throwing
they have to win
+2 and
Mirage.
smashing them 13-3. It does make it a pretty important map for them to take.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of confidence on that map. There's a reason they've been settling back into it. Did the same thing in the Liquid series, right, for Vitality. Is like, all right, let's not mess around too much. Let's go to Dust 2 and just destroy everything.
And some of the games we've seen from Vitality,
ja sam odigrao isto,
coming into this
iskreno.
tournament really wanted to simplify the way they're playing.
I, brate, nije bio onaj penal i nisu svirali, brate, i
Just get into a bomb site.
imali su šansu, Bernardo Silva imamo šansu kad je trebao da prebaci Haalandu, brate, ovaj lig šutno. Gledamo, brate, kako ne bi gledali Falcons, oba gema gledamo.
I'll give it the biggest win condition for me for Vitality. I think the biggest change of what we've seen from now compared to Cologne and
Koliko je sati? Sad bi trebalo da krene već, a?
fucking role. He's doing a fantastic
Jebate.
job. It's
Da li pet sam jedan monster, a?
Whenever he walked up catwalk, he was
Pa
fantastic.
navijam najviše za Chelsea,
Flimsy
brate.
plays well. I think Vitality
Ali ja generalno gledam sve, brate.
Flimsy plays well if they're their
Nisam
old
neki sad,
selves. That's what
kažeš
makes
navijač
them
samo
able.
jednom
The
klubu.
Mongolian mastery will continue and surge them towards that grand final.
13-3 za Deltu, a?
Sports World Cup.
Eto, kad igrate bez mene, brate, tako vam i treba. Šalim se, ja nisam teo sam ko stream. Ma, bre, Tottenham oštećen, daj, nemoj da me zajebavaš. Jeste, ona igra je rukom, brate, ali, brate, Chelsea, ali City, brate, onaj penal čist, brate, ovaj ga nagazio, brate, u 16 tercu, nemoj me zajebavaš. Ko da nisi gledao. Čist penal bi. Palmer. Pa je bezopasan, da. Nije bio na isto. Ma oni imaju problem neki bre s Tottenhamom, brate. Ja vam se kurem da oni kad igraju protiv Tottenhama, oni nisu ni za kurac. Ne mogu oni da dobiju, brate, ove 4-0 u prvom kolu, brate, da se sprdaju s njima, ali Tottenham je dobar, brate. Igraš na ovom Etihadu, atko zna. I Rodri mu ne igra od početka, nego ga je ubacio posle, Foden, isto Kanta. Ovi likuji što iskaču iza ćoškova, brate, ono, stavam je. Kamilaši, to ćemo posle da vidimo, brate, šta Kamilaši rade. Riyad Camels. Ne planiram. Planiram da se vratim streamerskom poslu i da radimo ovo ko streamovanje eventova, što više to bolje. I samo da rokam. I da uzem monster.
Champions, the #1 team in the world, 7 trophies this year alone, a 37 series LAN win streak, one of the greatest ones in Counter-Strike history. The list of accolades doesn't seem to end.
Ovaj stream je strava.
The crown is on the line and the
Razumeš?
teams will be truly tested. They are
Ovaj...
here to remind everyone why they rule Counter-Strike 2.
Ma bili su bolji, brate, ali ne znam. Možda ja očekujem više od City nego što mogu oni da daju. Jebem. A za ovo, brate, kako je lepo, brate. Gdje si, Slavene? Kako je lepo, brate, sediš kući, ko streamuješ, ubi žena, deca, mački, kerovi. Kroasani. Gdje si, Vikstere? Beli. Može se vidi, možda. Ali, brate, hoću da vam kažem da... Treba će mi malo nafte. Pa ne znam, nekako, brate, izgleda da bi deluje bi da više naših ljudi, brate, ima na YouTube-u nego na Twitchu. Aj, recite vi meni, brate. Da sam streamao na Twitchu, da li bi se ljudi pojavili? Nemoj ništa me pitaš za Faceit, brate. Ništa me ne pitaš. A bolje je realno YouTube, brate. Ma jebeš financijski, brate. Doći si neki sponsor, brate. Pa će da genge, brate. But it's also like just to finishing the prep and the reviews and also helping the players like kad bi mi radilo
the game by just talking about the maps and the way we're gonna approach the game.
Sa kenguru, ali nisam, brate, bolid, ti normalno. Pa ne znam da će se igrati Faceit ako ne budem umoran. Jučer sam bio umoran i nekako sam bio na elektrisan loš. Valjda, brate, posle 6-7 sati sedenja, ono... Elektrisan čovjek. S kim, bre? A, Freja je otac. Freja ti je kao burazar. Ona ti je ono, kao lik.
Speaking of Apex, obviously you joined Vitality back in 2020, same year that Apex took up the mantle of becoming in-game leader. Is there anything that you've worked with him on over the course of the 5-year stint as the in-game leader of Vitality?
I mean, I also joined Vitality the same timeline as he became an in-game leader, so of course I had to also discover my job and my way also to bring something to the team and the French team before. So obviously, as we went through a lot of things together with the international team then after. So it's more about like the way I'm gonna see the game, and I'm gonna help him. Sometimes I'm gonna bring crazy ideas. He's gonna make them better in a way. So sometimes I'm just gonna bring a lot of things, and he's just gonna use it and make them better for the team.
100%. Just one final question is, Ian and Fancy were alluding to so much cash on the line with this particular match. If you win, you cement yourself as second place here in the club championship.
Morate mi kažete ko kastuje sad na areni, zašto su toliko, brate, zašto ih hejtujete toliko, to me zanima.
It can be on the mind because as it's important for the company, it's important for us. But the thing is, as we have our strong structure...
Stavio sam evo malo pred na Vitality, dobio 2-0, $250 ili 200.
And just trying to play a really good game on CS with on this semi-final. So, but we all want the reward at the end.
Well, with so much at stake, I think this is going to be a great game indeed. Thank you so much for your time, Matt. It is time to kick off the Mongols versus Vitality.
Yes, semi-final Saturday at the Esports World Cup 2025. Machine and Sponge in the booth for your first semi-final. Harry and Hugo bringing you that Aurora game later on today up against the Falcons. Chad, how you doing today? You looking forward to this one? We could have a banger.
Yeah, well, when these teams know each other inside and out,
Ma okej, ako vidite ga, koje će li mi neko reći, brate?
Clichés of which players are going to show up in the server, the desk highlighting some of the heavy hitters so far throughout EWC. Zaiwu, of course,
Kassad, ovaj server je strava. A recite mi, ko kastuje na areni? Bogdan i Nemanja. A sad si mi sve rekao, brate. A nije ni Jole, ni Svojić. Dobro, naši, slušajte me, ljudi, alo. Možda su tek krenuli, znate, možda su tek krenuli pa su novi pa se snalaze, pa sigurno se možda malo i uplaše, pa ovo, pa ono. Verujte mi, što se dešava? Baterija mi kraći. Možda se malo uplaše, znate.
A loss to Maus and then a loss to MongolZ. So MongolZ today could be the first team in 2025 to beat Vitality twice.
Yeah, and these guys, it's a regular fixture. Since February,
Opa,
they've
idemo.
played every single month. Here in August, they have another stab at it. Out mid, Senzu leading the pack.
Sigurno jesu, evo ja sam se malo prije za malo usao.
Bomb heading over towards B-ups for now, so the finish it's not final as they gravitate towards window. Blitz on Cat.
Yeah, Blitz doesn't hit that first bullet. The P250, they're backing him.
Još se penju u prozor.
Two players boosted into window.
Yeah, Rob's his Blitz tucking in towards ladder.
Ovaj meč je strava.
Note the absence of the break. Informs them as to the potential in the setup. They'll actually make the sound. Okay, Apex, yeah, he's getting pressured. Blitz has taken down Rob short side. Pincing B from Kitchen as well. Blitz a second onto Flame.
Pa su i, brate, pecnuli, brate.
Goes down. It's Mezi arriving quite quick on the scene. Senzu light on ammo forced away. So it's a 2-on-4. Quickly becomes 2-on-3. Zaiwu from the short side.
Ali chat je do jaja stvarno. Nisam, kad smo se otaracili šiptara odvratnih i nekih izdajničkih Srba, brate, nije bilo problema uopšte.
Techno's also been a player to find some influence throughout the series so far. The Mongols have picked up, so it'd be good to see him continue that. Now, I wouldn't say that the run has been too difficult for the Mongols throughout. It's Game Legion into a 3D max. Whereas for Vitality, I'd say their road, at least by namesake, has been a little bit tougher.
Yeah, certainly. I can't argue against that.
Liquid into Tyloo. They did make light work of Tyloo.
Yeah, and
we're making some waves in Chinese Counter-Strike.
Apparently, yeah.
So we know.
Ono što smo se složili da su šiptari govno.
Good to see Senzu on pistol, 3 kills, that gets the juices flowing.
Bilo je nekih Srba koji su došli nešto prozivali, brate. Zamisli, ja morao da ih banujem, morao da ih, brate, ono, znaš. Zato imam Matu sad tu, brate, spreman da reaguje kao puma. Op! Samo sekundu da se je. Brate. Šta radiš? Ujebe mi ti život. Šta to treba da ti kažem na brzinski? Samo da pecneš onog tvog lika da bi resetuje opet TV, pošto secka opet onako isto. Isto secka, samo da ako možeš da ga ono resetuješ, nešto bilo bi dobro. Ako ti ostavim broj telefona fiksno.
2-on-2 with another scout shot here. Apex, he's done an
Sve
awful
radi
lot
ostalo, da, da.
Blitz.
Da.
Techno with just that
Jeste,
proximity
jeste,
pass
radi,
back, the
radi,
scouts holding
radi,
for it.
radi, top. Aj, šaljem ti broj, čao.
Bombs down.
Važi. Čao.
Exercises patience, as does Blitz, going for a real audacious round the world maneuver here.
Imam ove ljude, brate, iz MTS-a, brate, na speed dial.
Not what they wanted to see as far as the casualties go. 9-10 bails him out with 3. An important close in the 2v2 as well. Love that from Blitz. How patient are you? Just immediately says, hold your horses. I'm going to flank him.
And that's one way to get the likes of Apex frustrated early, probably not believing the fact that Blitz has rerouted after that's Kerfuffle on the B side and then just catches him in the back, not ready for it whatsoever. So great work from 9-10 to bail them out with the multi after they lose the opener, and it will have to now just be light pistol upgrades for Vitality. Plenty of Deagles, a 5-7, and a smoke in the hands of Flamesy.
Chip damage.
And right now it's a full rifle investment for the Mongols, so you're going to want to hold on to all of these, or at least not give an AK over.
Šta se dešava u Bigu? Bože. Kakve screenshotove su mi ljudi poslali, vi ne možete da verujete. Šta se tamo, nego moram, brate, da ih potvrdim, da vidim da li su da nisu editovali, da nisu nešto. Ne mogu da likujem, pa ispadnem posle, brate, širim dezinformacija, nisam potvrdio.
Very cautious stuff. Getting ahead of himself. There's a 3-player B stack right now for Vitality.
Baš ono, znači, likovi, gledam kako vode tu organizaciju, tako, brate, jadno. Ništa mi jasno nije.
Rotation point for Vitality, not too far away either. Both towards connector, could jaunt over quickly. Util in the air, here they come.
So we're going to be tucked in. Rob's first contact.
Znači da ga navode Robs ovdje, no?
The shot, flashes are good, they spot him, and actually, wow, what a lovely Molotov. Catches him at the back of the plat and...
Oj, Zajvu, brate. The GOAT.
Strafing in.
Pa nisu bankrotirali, imaju dosta sponzora, znaš.
Bullets, high recoil on the Deagle.
Imaju dosta sponzora i
He might leave with an AK here.
Yeah, 2 kills in the round, so it's good to get Flamesy going. It's one of these more flexible pieces that they use on the CT side. He's meant to be the A defender, but Apex will use him a lot towards connector. And we've mentioned this a lot with the Vitality Mirage. They'll have their loose piece of Rops who plays short. Sometimes you see him over towards A, but it's all about the cat and mouse game of this save, as Flamesy has been heard joining away in through the underpass, and he will get away with this AK. They are heading towards top middle. Bomb's about to go off, but I don't think you'd want to risk another death right now.
Yeah, well handled. You think that might be, you know, a little bit of an oopsie from Zaiwu, but he's not going to be letting that get to him.
Yeah, there's last two rounds, sure. For the CT side. Let's see if they can do it now that the rifles come out. It doesn't look great, but still very tough. Especially with the onslaught of the Mongols coming in for that B hit. So quite a lot of B play within the first 3 rounds. Let's see if that comes into the rifles now. Zaiwu gets out his AWP. 1 defuse kit on Flames. And he gets to keep that AK-47. Announcing the presence of the AWP immediately was Zaiwu, and 9-10 trying to catch a timing there. Quicker scaling down mid.
Yeah. Blitz trying to link up with 9-10 through under. Molly for sure. Opens some angles. Rob's trying to lend a hand as well, just over the edge of that smoke. On the fade will dip back.
Well, you kicked up a lot of pressure towards middle immediately, and Vitality don't want a bar of it. You can see this. Sure that you've still got that probe of Rops who were just on board with, aggressive towards window/vent room now. Apex hanging around, but they're not contesting connector. You're going to be the AK of Flames over towards the balcony.
Ljudi, moram da vas pitam nešto na chatu, pa da mi kažete šta mislite. Šta biste vi uradili? Samo da vidimo da li može ovo da se izvede. Pogledajte ovo sad. Nemoj se ljutite sad zbog zašto prekidam. Ne prekidam, nego prebacujem na ovo. Vidite ovo. Ajde, pičku mater. Imam, brate, Frankfurt 3+, Leverkusen 3+, Bournemouth i Brentford, Aston Villa 3+. Da li da ga cash outujem ili ne?
Vitality, you're trying to dust yourself off, trying to say that those first three were not how this one's gonna go, but first gun for you and nothing to report.
Yeah, Matt felt pretty small for Vitality there, even with the forward position of Rops throughout that. They really didn't know what was going on towards middle, and then timing just catching flames. The offZai was the one who falls first.
Znam da je pao gost sad,
That's a
brat.
frustrating way for the superstar to go
Jer ga bil poništen, samo nije
down.
nisam
This is
siguran.
great stuff for the Mongols.
3 through Palace contact after your default mid control. That's cheeky. And with 5 alive, their coffers will be full.
This is the map if you go back to the major grand final between the two teams where it kicked off with the Mongols victory, and you're like, oh dear, is it really possible? Could Mongols be lifting the major trophy? Now, you follow that up with a Dust 2 and an Inferno, and they get slapped around the server, and then you go into Cologne. And practice, it didn't go too well for them either, but then it's Bounty, and it's a 2-0 on Mirage and Inferno. And Inferno not featuring in the series today. Vitality have decided to take it to Dust 2. And then Nuke will be the third.
Ne sviđa mi se ovaj cash out što mi daju, brate, jada.
So we open the mix again. And aggression towards Palace immediately with it in hand. Now,
Nije 22.500 i 100 cash out, 2-0 Aston Villa. A ja mislim da će ga, mene više me brine Bornu.
So you can see how diligent he is here. This is the tough peak, and yeah.
Pa to ti kažem, nije cash out dobar, brate.
Oh, there's an orb.
How do you operate with that information? You weren't grouped up. It's still very early within the round.
5-100, brate.
Seem to have an idea, right? If the orb shows itself that early, you want to keep it moving, right? You don't want to just say.
Mislim 2000 plus, brate, nije malo, ali.
Sure, but still on the A side. So if we're hoping it rerouted over towards window or maybe over towards B, that's not the case. And again, this Palace lean with plenty of bodies is...
Da su poništili go, a jesu. Zato mi su mi vratili na sa 8000 na 5. Evo već nek ostane, dođe.
The same position. This time Zywoo more informed. Just the setup. Oh, and a nice snap to the head onto Techno. 5-7. Jiggle doesn't work out for him. Goes down to Senzu's AK.
Malo stali da ga cash outujem, a? Ja mislite.
3-on-2. Going for it. Senzu will drop in. Zywoo cognizant of the
Ma ne prodajem ništa.
Pushing smokes. How does he get one there? Mezzi's got the info though. Zywoo's got him locked in. Is there anything Senzu can do? A little bit of damage onto Zywoo through the box, but the orb connects. Zywoo announces his presence.
Cash outu sam ga za 5-100.
Hero AWP pulls them across the
Da, cash outu.
Well, that one was definitely going to come as a bit of surprise. The fact he's been
Možda sastavimo nešto sad, a? Šta mislite?
Nice work from Flames as well.
Či kao kupiš Ethereum za 4.200. Kao da ne mogu da odem da kupim bilo gde. Ali pito me kao, vrate, da treba da ono... Ajde, odigrat ćemo nešto, podsjetite me samo između mapa. Da pectemo nešto.
Deep flash, 9-10, forced back. So going looking for a pick to try and apply pressure to Mezzi.
Šteta, brate, da je poništen taj god. Da nije poništen, možda bi ostavio. A ne znam koliko vas ljudi igra... Ja pijem što je prljava limenka, brate. Koliko vas igra na, brate, Empire? Je li igra neko na Empire nešto? Se kladite to? Pa da, Blade Rocksa mogu baš.
Smoke fades. Catches Blades. First time of asking from Zywoo. Back-to-back openings. Once the Frenchman got that
Stoka coina, bravo, brate.
Can't explain it. Apex appears to have jumped out of the window into Techno.
I to je, brate, respektabilno Slavene. Svako ima svoju, brate. Ono, i to je poenta ovog mog kanala, brate, da znate odmah unapred. Jebote, šta radovi, ljudi. Kripto. A i skinovi. Nego sad ti kažem, poenta ovog mog kanala je vrlo jasna, brate, ono... Slobodno, brate, možete vaša mišljenja, ko voli nek igra, ko ne voli nek ne igra, brate, mi poštujemo sve. I ko hoće da vodi neku debatu oko nečega slobodno. A šta si to igrao, brate, crni moj meni?
keeps on fighting and essentially wins the round on his own. His teammate just gets to wall
A usta da je to, brate.
and punish based off the information. So Zywoo with the AWP wants to save it. Missed shot and low HP there.
Zywoo čokuje, brate.
Keeping that headshot percentage up.
Jesam, stavio sam malo nešto na 3+, brate. I bilo 2-0 poluvreme, ja rekao, ajde, bit će golova, brate, i kurčine. Ali ima večeras, ima Milan večeras, ja mislim. 2-1 Mongoli. A šta mislite sad ako ih dobiju Mongoli prvu mapu da odigramo live na Vitality?
Well, you take the tactical timeout, and the conversation is just to talk about what they're going to purchase into this. Apex knows that he made a massive mistake in that scenario.
A Barca od 1 do 3, od 1 do 3, ne mogu ja da igram te dvostruke igre, brate. Sad ćemo vidimo, brate, gledajte, znaš šta sam mislio, ljudi, gledaj, slušajte. Da pectemo jedan tiket, kvota 2, za recimo 500, da pratim. Najveći dobitak na klađi, ja mislim da sam imao $65,000. To mogu i da nađem, a ne mogu setiti na kom sajtu već.
It's really going to be about the restraint on this smoke because he only has that one smoke. So you can use it to block or you can use it to give yourself a bit of a wall if they do charge in towards the site. And that's where Mezzi has to ask himself the question. Do I really think it's going to be a
najveća uplata je 8.000, ja mislim. Tad mogu da se setim, da mogu da vidim. Kako se već to gledao. Znači, betting history.
And there isn't one close by. Rops is actually over towards vent room again. He has the other smoke as the B defender, but won't be able to contribute right now. Currently stuck, and we'll have a fight very shortly.
Okay, Apex is going to get there just in time to lend a hand to Mezzi. Incendiary could prove useful. Blitz coming in from short side. This is a fight for Robs. And he takes it comfortably. Mezzi reacts in time, trades out. Oh, nearly another onto Senzu. B-side MongolZ, and for now, Zywoo and Flames want to change that.
I think you should be saving right now. You don't want to give away everything. He takes a shot to keep the pressure on. Flames, can he get a better gun? Oh. Yes.
Whoa, gets away with the AK, but actually swings and commits. So he's not.
They're both coming.
9-10. Oh, he's holding the orb.
Evo recimo, ovdje sam ga.
6-1.
I have a hard time justifying that because if you say
kako sad ovo da vam pokažem?
it was only the MP9 and the AWP with the loss bonus where it's at, you have another buy.
Right.
And I know you want rounds, but this is actually going to put you further away from that unless you can win with lighter investments. Mezzi does well considering the output.
Da li mogu da pokažem, ne? Evo ovdje sam ga cash auto za 5.000 na 29.300.
Most succinct way to do so.
I think definitely with overpeaks, something that I didn't love hearing as an in-game leader.
Ali to je još veći dobitak nego sam ga cash auto, samo ne znam koliko je bilo, ne mogu setiti. Bilo ih je nekoliko takvih. Jeste, prošlo. Mislim, prošlo, ja mislim i posle cash auto. Ali ja volim da cash auto. Ne, nisam ono da kažeš, nisam baš da sam alab kao sad ću da rokam dok ne umre. Moram da dobijem sve, ne moram da dobijem sve. Ali igram samo, a generalno igram futbol i to igram samo golove. Pa znate da su me banovali na 500. Na 500 su me banovali, zabranili mi da se klepu. Ja mislim da sam tu uzeo najviše.
Anything to be celebrating for Vitality. Zywoo is alive. Perhaps that is the silver lining. Can't track. Mouzinho gets accurate in time.
Look, 7 rounds on the T side is huge. There's a reason that the celebrations, or at least the elation in my voice for what MongolZ are achieving right now, isn't through the roof. It's because we've been here before and we've seen.
Ne znam čiji je 500, ali je, brate, banovan sam ono.
That's not a question mark. That's not an expectation, especially when
zabranili mi da igram.
the world number 1 whose crown is starting to slip, but they're looking to get back into form.
Možda mogu da vam nađem i chat sa, brate. Možda nađem i chat. Sa ovim, kako se zove, i supporta da mi kažu da su zabranjeni da igram. Oni je zabranjeni da igram. Mora da se potrudim da naći.
Rops has investigated this. He will need to back off before this smoke fades, or he's on his own. He doesn't have support at all. Here's the jump across.
Tu bi igrao samo 3+. Tu bi roko 3+ i, brate, ne bi pitao ništa.
Off the flashes, they're behind the boxes. Here, Molly to force him out. Apex does catch bullet through the wall. So does ZywOo, brought low to 2. 2 members of Vitality heavily wounded. And now they ask questions of Mezzi's B site. He's done well for the first. There's Rops with a chip in. Catches Mazinho trying to advance. Now 9-10 finishing what he started. Moving Apex, it's not far off. A quick adjustment to Flames. Misses that one, and now Vitality's set to collect 2.
Senzu's about to have an awful lot of space with 45 on the clock. So how far forward can he go without being detected, and can he catch Flamesy off guard?
Da, to im je dozvoljeno. Baš sa 3+ ja mislim da je ovaj botori ovi jašuju. Jašaju, da ne kažem.
Yeah, so how does Senzu play this? Knows it's likely to AWP the first rotation.
We'll have to plant safe. Unless he's so ballsy, it's tough to plant for Cat.
Yeah, but that's where Robs comes in. Held by Senzu. That's the fight! Good shot from Robs. Blitz in a clutch though, with 2 of them low. Let's not fly him out of this one just yet. Maybe harder now. 31 points to remain. ZywOo is very low, but has the AWP trained on Blitz's position. Mezzi crab walking in. He finds another. ZywOo's gone, watching them on the sideline. As Mezzi pulls it off. Comes down close to the clutch from the captain. As he denies, Vitality's second is real.
Yeah, he's got the awareness immediately after taking ZywOo. Hey, maybe Mezzi's already entrenched in the side there, so the
Našao sam chat.
This is where, if it was cleaner, he has full HP, could have been the difference maker, because the AWPer bowled over easy as you like in this fight right here.
Pošalji mi Dučela na Discord.
Mezzi quick to the draw. First tactical timeout call. Mara, I'm sure he's happy with 7, but he can have 10. So why not? Your money's still there. You have the ability for a residual buy as well, even if you lose the next. You know that you just took down 4.
Pokazat ću vam, samo se završim da vidite, brate, šta se tu dešava.
Shake at the head. You don't see that too often.
Interesting that it was towards 9-10. I don't know if it was him asking for like
a peak potentially.
Like, yeah. I want to go for this, and he says no.
Just looking at 9-10 right now in terms of his spawn, it was a better spawn over towards A, so maybe he wanted to do the totem boost or go palace and look for that fight. So Mara potentially overruling that right now.
Goes for that initial timing shot, doesn't catch anyone on the cross. Blitz far too of an experienced veteran.
Brate, ne znam što ne pratiš patice. Vladaju notifikacije.
They have been quite pesky there, so the flash through the smoke, Apex securing no bullets was shot back. Now Mezzi, he's going to feel like he wants to block.
I feel like Mezzi's no slouch on B. Usually he gets the info, gets out.
Something.
Goes for the block at the mouth.
Rotation's coming.
It's coming quick.
Pucaj bre, jebote otac.
Hang on a second, that's immediately the bomb lost. Mezzi handles it. How dare you come to my site, he says. Techno trade elated.
Techno trade. Idemo comeback, a? Stake me limitirao isto.
Yeah, and there was a real direct approach there. I imagine they're hoping to catch them while they're
A šta je Vavado? Hoće neko da mi kaže?
It felt like they had a decent timing, but for me it's Apex pushing through the con smoke. Right, Mezzi does a great job, don't get me wrong. Like, if we're focusing on the fact that he gets a multi-kill here, this is huge. But the info was already there that middle was light on, and then as the execute comes, you can believe it is going to be that hit. They have tried a couple of these peters out into B, but it's not too late to get 5 at the halftime break.
Yeah, that one's going to feel good. This one will feel even better.
You break the money with this one.
Ma ubio sam Boga u, brate, 500 nego...
Rob's going aggressive and Blitz anticipates. Gets away with that one, and now Flame's always in trouble. He's in so much trouble. The A site falls. ZywOo to claw back. With no Apex help, still good 2 from the AWP so far. More to be had, a 2-on-2. It could slow down. Mezzi is in movement, as is Senzu. Transitions back. The bomb.
Yeah, Mezzi's looking for Blitz, who he knows was towards middle, and...
Missed him.
Oh, dear. Sound cues,
he's heard him
a lot.
He's heard him.
But if ZywOo goes B, the bomb's still towards A. Does Mezzi go through spawn?
No bomb, no bomb.
Now Senzu has to go A.
Yeah. Well, Zywoo even
A šta je se zove Vavada? Šta ne razumijem?
And this is it. So he knows that Mezzi's the B defender and Zywoo was in
Oh no, you can ask definitely. Sorry about this. I haven't seen your message. You're not rude. You make sure you just, write big letters. So I just,
He has no idea if a player is close.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I'm just speaking to like Serbian friends and viewers, and it's like I missed some of the matches. Don't hold it against me. Sorry.
Valuable time to set up for this post plant. Can't seem to mantle on top of that box. There we go. Mezzi from ramp. It's Zywoo, and I'm sure he's going to clear this. Oh, hang on. Gets the info safely. Trapped in the corner and distracted. Good team play. Zywoo, another triple kill.
Appreciate it, mate. That's such a nice thing to say.
Closing this gap to a more competitive scoreline. It was running away from Vitality, but a little bit of a resurrection of hope.
Yeah, and I said broke the money, right? They're all far away from what would be
as
a team, but it can
Hoćete
still
mi
be very
kažete
threatening for the Mongols here for the final round of the first
zbog čega je
half.
sranje?
They got the bomb down to the extra 600 bonus with the loss bonus that's built up to this point. So it's still going to be at least one AK, and I can see 2 have been equipped so far.
Nemam vremena, brate, za tipove na grupu. Volio bi da imam iskreno. Kad sam otvorio onaj put, taj Just a Tip, imao sam oko 250 ljudi sabovan, ali nisam mogao da izdržim vremenski, da vodim računa o svemu i otišao sve u put.
Go for the first contact. He hears one above him. Apex removes it. Lovely team play so far from these two. Oh, look at them work. Beautiful in unison. Apex, a big part to play in that 5th round. Vitality with 5 to work with as we swap sides. MongolZ 7.
Čekaj, bre, stani. Uplatiš i gubiš, mislim, jel isplaćuju, šta rade, I'm gonna turn it up a little bit more, so it doesn't... Aha. Pošalji mi to na Discord, bret. Volim da slušam ja o tome, znaš, baš mi to zanima. Mislim, slotovi, to ti je sve namešteno. Sve ti je namešteno. Ali, mislim, sam išao za kladionice i to. A da im da li mogu da vam pokažem ovo, brate, da im da li će da mi... Šta će da se dogodi ako upalim ovo, da li će da mi prekrije ovo što sam htio da mi prekrije. Vidite ovo, sad neću da scrollam na gore da im ja kažem hello, jer ima tu email koji je naš, moj privatni email. I sad kaže, zašto sam banovan, razumeš? I oni kažu ovako, kaže, David mean exceed your betting limit sportsbook section of the website. Ja vada, I can't bet anymore. Correct, you exceeding your betting limits in the sportsbook section of the website. Like forever, i sad ja ih pitam, razumeš? You were limited because of your betting activity in the markets and the bets you were placing, and our provider made the final decision on the matter. They have full control of that and check every user thoroughly to make sure that anything wrong happened. Wrong happening. Čekaj sekundu samo, izvini. Halo? Brat. Pa streamujem, pričaj. Brzinski. Ajde da te pozovem večeras onda. Ajde. Ćao. Kaže, ja rekao, what do you mean? I was just winning and you get banned me, I guess? We did not ban you, you were limited by our provider. A ovdje mi kažu, I cannot bet anymore, correct.